Hi guys, and welcome to another Train Sim 2016 video. Today again you join me in the Class 91 from DTG with the enhancement pack from UK Train Sim. This scenario is called A Troublesome Trip to Stevenage. It's one of the default scenarios that comes with it. So, conductor, good evening mate, how are you? Let the passengers board and we'll make the final checks. We'll soon depart for Stevenage. Okay, so let's open the doors and set up the 91. For some strange reason there is no headlight switch in the 91. I'd have to look at my manual to find out, but I think this button is post refurb. And also I usually do have the fix that changes this. I don't know why it's not installed at the moment. Let's have arc lights. So you can only have them on, off or tail lights. Okay, just have marker lights then please. Those don't need on, clipboard we don't need on, instrument lights we'll have on. Or I suppose we'll have the windscreen demisters and foot warmers on because it looks pretty miserable out there. We can't change the insulation. So our parking brake is off. TMS is normal. We have a line light. We have ECS on. Okay. It's a pretty annoying white sound, isn't it? Doesn't look like much headlight action going on there, but they are on. I think it's because they took the glow out the front. Another HST coming in there. I'll get out of that because it was super duper laggy. In fact, I will put my frame rates on just so you guys can see. So again, I will say 91 is my favourite loco of all time. As I said the last time, I prefer actually driving it from the cab that looks like this. It's much nicer. This cab sort of reminds me of a late 90s Nokia with the blue LEDs. I'm sure at the time it was damn cool. And as before, this, like the Mark IV DVT that I was driving before, has the enhancement pack which gives us bogey run sounds from the Class 90 and a few other bits. There is a version 2 of it out at the moment, but I haven't upgraded my UK Train Sim stuff to premium. So, conductor over the PA, good evening ladies and gentlemen, we are now ready to depart fast to Stevenage. Well, that's ominous considering it's called a troublesome trip to Stevenage. That doesn't sound very right to me. So we've got 15 mile an hour leaving King's Cross. So we can get ready. A bit slippy. So we'll take it easy. What he's also done is what you can hear now is just turned down the fan noise from 91 because when you heard the blower motors from inside the cab it still sounded like you had a Hoover right next to you, which it doesn't really sound like. I will say you can definitely turn down that white noise. So I have done this scenario before, but years and well, as soon as it came out ago. That is doing my swerving because I can't see signals. Even though we are sort of going. Got green down there, that's fine, I can see that green. Had them off while we're in the tunnel. Even though driving through tunnels half the time you need to put your wipers on, even if it's dry outside. I also think one of the other things that's been changed there is the DSD noise is from the Class 90 pack as well. But there is a version now that you don't need to have the Class 90, the Armstrong Powerhouse one, to make it all work. I don't know how that works, I haven't tried it. And if you don't have the Class 90, you should have. I think there's a way to turn. Also turn the DSD off. It's very quiet outside this train at the moment. Right, we can go up to 35. And then we have double yellow. Just changed the screen as we got through, that's quite handy. Let's give it one go. An annoying wiper is turned off in tunnels. I was actually really impressed with the sounds on the DVT. I'm not massively sure about them on the actual 91 yet with this enhancement pack. I know there has also been some physics changes as well. Really unnerving not being able to see clearly what signal's coming up. There's that single yellow. Oh, there's a brake on there. It's definitely red. I was that's gone yellow again. I was actually saying in the last DTG Class 91 video that they used to have second men if they went over 110 in these. And now I'm guessing it's just so you can sight signals. I'm sure in real life you can see your signals more than you can on this version. So we'll drive from the second man side in a minute. So it looks like we've got a route to the right. HST somewhere. Stopping at Finsbury Park. New one on me. I've got a green. Let's take it back up to 30. Which that's not that. Let's go to 30. Some power again. So you can definitely hear the traction motors kick in, but then they seem to, I suppose because we're using the speed set, it'll sort of kick in and then kick out again quite quickly. bit weird that they don't have the rain effect on the windscreen. I'm sure some of the trains do. On the outside of the windscreen. In fact, I'm pretty damn sure they do. Great, okay. It's just horrible to drive in the rain with that going on. I missed that whole bit of the route. If it's the second one, that means me, doesn't it? Yeah. It's a double yellow. Start knocking that speed off. There definitely is something in front of us. So double yellow again. It's still a smart cab. I mean, I've heard these nicknames stealth bombers as well because of the look of them, but there's just something about it. It's really nice. Probably the worst time to switch seats that was. And it's still got a double yellow. So I'm quite happy at this. Let's give us 45 mile an hour. The speed set. Let's see where that gets us. Still chasing doubles. Green. Okay, let's go up to 60. Have it 60. And then we get this. And the double yellow, so it clears just before we hit it. Might just be because it's a small single box section. Stick at 50. Diagnostic port for use by authorised personnel only. So that'll be the on-train data recorder. DMR, is it? Monitoring and recording. On-train data recording and monitoring. Can't remember. Look it up. Basically, it's like a black box for a train. When drivers get them, it'd be downloaded after any incident, like a SPAD or station overrun, anything like that. But also, they download them periodically to just test, basically, like praise drivers driving, really. That's ominous. Provide TSR warning in 1.7 miles. We know we've got a temporary speed restriction coming up. should see in a minute with RTSR. If you zoom in, you wouldn't catch it because of this sort of pattern here. It's a 15 mile an hour TSR. Okay. It's quite a big drop through New Barnet. Yellow again. Yep. Just to tell us we're being diverted. So is that what my 15 is? 50 mile an hour from here. Conductor, would customers be aware that there is a delay to this service due to trees on the track? Would you like to apologise for any delays this may cause to you and share? Well, I'm happy that that's a conductor's job. What do they call them now? Customer service hosts. I think they are with VTech. Trying to save all the DSD before. Go out there. I'm going to do some outside the cab view. I haven't got my phone or my iPad with me at the moment, so I can't even check it. Oh no, I do have my iPad. Let's look up. Chance to see what it says. Oh, there really are some leaves on the line. That's quite cool. It was a 365. Those orange army boys there. So hopefully the flip side of this we can go back onto the fast line and straight up to Stevenage now. Just a single yellow there with the route indicator there, so let's see what signal we get after this. Now, with the amount of double yellows and things we've got, I will say there is probably a train in front of us. But that should be quite well ahead of us now, depending on what it is in its acceleration. Right, so we've got 115 limit now. Give it the beans. So it still doesn't quite sound like a 91, does it? The Mark IVs make a pretty... I've missed the DSD. That's what I was dreading. That is literally what I was dreading. Being in the outside view, and it's supposed to be what this lovely new upgraded pack stops happening. Me trying to be too artistic. Again with the 91, I don't know how well it's modelled in this, but the driving technique, the power handle basically decides how fast you get to the speed you've set. It doesn't determine the speed. That's how they describe it in the manual. Right, let's see if we can get up to 115 now without getting another emergency brake set in. Which would be nice. The update to this, the enhancement pack for this was posted on one of the Facebook sites. It was either the Roscar scenario site. It was the Roscar scenario site because I just found it. I thought it could have been Caledonian Railworks there for a second, but it's definitely this one. So the new changes in the new pack uses the Armstrong Powerhouse Class 90 sound pack for motor bogie and run sounds. The fans Class 91 and DVT are a bit quieter. The aircon turns off when ETS is off and the VCB opens. That's the vacuum circuit breaker, which is on the roof next to the pantograph. So if you went through a neutral section, that would cut out. That's what the magnets are for. Replacement DSD alarm from the 90. Engine script is completely rewritten, lots of new features. DSD can be set with shift, numpad enter. No. Oh, it is. How many times has that been flashing up in that corner already and I haven't seen it? Because I'm sure I've pressed that already today. I'm going to look through this video and find it now, aren't I? That's ridiculous. Right, green. Some nice shots of what a 91 should look like at speed. There is something about the DTG model that just doesn't, that I just find doesn't quite capture it. I think they've done a lovely job with the Mark IVs. Maybe the actual door windows might be a little high. This is actually the turn at Hatfield. It's kind of tucked in where the Hatfield disaster happened. welling. I don't think there's much denying that the Swallow livery really did suit the 91s. They just look powerful. They sound powerful. They're just nice. Actually, I think that might have been Nebworth. No, Welham Green. I'm not sure, as I said before, a lot of the intermediate stops I have no idea about down here. The Hatfield disaster was a broken rail, if I remember rightly. And going back to the pack, yeah, it supports neutral sections. Headlights are separate from the marker tail lights. They've even put note in this class 91 you need to use H to control the headlights. There doesn't seem to be an actual control for them. So yeah, and it's by uploader is an orange, so that's AN orange. And there is the cab view fix, which I don't know why I don't have on here. Pretty sure I did have it. It's going to be an orange for me, yeah. Amber. Amber? No, yellow. Does that mean I'm going to get a bit more grief down here? That's a single as well. What am I following? So let's stop at Welling. Cambridge Express. I'm going to spad. It's not, it's an HST that's been stopping at Welling. So it's come from the down slow onto the down fast. Are you kidding me? That is what's going to cause me to fail this scenario. No, it's not. Look, I've got yellow, thank God for that. It's going to take me onto the down slow. Ah. I smashed this scenario last time I did it. As I keep saying, it's just because I'm doing it for videos. I'm sure of it. Jumpy, jumpy. Nice bit of snag in there. Passengers will be well happy. Talking to them. I forgot that little trick. I could do that. Let's just keep doing this for the rest of the scenario. Keep me clear. Right, what I'm going to do is actually turn the speed set off now. I'll drive manually. So this cab view fix, it should have been something that DTG did really. It was a massive error. Massive, massive error. Accelerate too fast because we're still going to be following something, I reckon. What's that? I got up to a double. Okay. No signal still. So we'll keep it slow until we can. I don't see why we just had to do that little diversion there. It was odd. So I was just looking at statistics of the Hatfield crash. So it's the 17th of October 2000. 4 deaths, over 70 injuries. It's pretty nasty. I can't see that signal. That's red. That's yellow. That's 25 again. It was the left-hand rail fractured as the train passed over it. Four passengers died in the accident and a further 70 were injured. The leading class 91, which of course is 9103, and the first 2 coaches remained upright on the rails. All of the following coaches and DVT were derailed and the train separated into 3 sections. The restaurant coach in 8th and 9th stuck overhead line gantries, derailing and severe damage to the vehicle. Sad, isn't it? Rolling contact fatigue. I think this was the one where, hasn't said that in here, rail track got an absolute battering, didn't they? And Balfour Beatty got an absolute hounding. So we need to put a couple of signal sections we can give a little bit of a blast for. So that over 70 injured, news reports vary, mentioning figures up to 102. I've read quite a few of the incident reports in my time. There's an archive copy of the ORR report here. It's the HSE. I don't think it wouldn't have been our Rail Accident Investigation Branch, but then it would have been Her Majesty's Rail Inspectorate, HMRI, I guess. Oh, get another yellow here. Oh no, not green. So this was published 6 years afterwards. July 2006. 5 3/4 years. Now, funnily enough, with the 91, it was the Selby crash, Great Heck Selby, and which is the one crash, but they're called different things, and the Hatfield crash. All were Loco 91023. And to sort of take the jinx off it, what they did was turned it to 91032. I quite often enjoy telling my children every time we get 32 and my nephews that we're on the cursed one. Even though I'm not a superstitious bloke, to be fair. Double yellows again. We caught up. So yeah, talking of rail accident reports, if you want to understand about railways or infrastructure or anything like that, by all means read some, because they have abbreviations and then they have an appendix that tells you all the abbreviations, talks a lot about policy and procedures, all sorts of things like that. So they are well worth a read if you're new to the sort of interest of rail, or even experienced and want to know a little bit more about bits and pieces. I massively recommend it. I can't tell if that's a single yellow or red. I'm going to pretend to call the signaller. In other words, I tabbed it just to say if it said granted or denied. And it didn't say anything, which means it's a yellow. So I'm just going to roll in slowly because I will still be on time. Stevenage. I actually came and picked up my first car from Stevenage Station car park. It's a 1969 Triumph Herald, which was quite a rare car for an 18-year-old in 2004, 2005. Over there in the car park that's over that side. Out there. It's in Venetian blue. Excellent. Well, I think that is the end of this run. We'll wait and see if we get any nice boxes, but we'll assume that this service is being taken over by another driver. So we'll put it in 6. And just wait until we do it. While we're doing that, we'll have a quick walk down the train. By the way, we've even got the screw heads in the windows in the Mark IVs. And considering they were mostly manky, the weather in is pretty right. So what I'll show you is where I got my car from. It was down here. The guy actually pulled up out the front, which was over here. But yeah, a little bit of trivia. Conductor, the deadline was pretty tight, but you've pulled through. Nice one. I'll buy you a coffee after work. Excellent. Okay then, guys, thank you ever so much. As per usual, by all means comment, like, subscribe. All means a lot to me. You can see how terribly we did. 36 points. That's atrocious, even though we have got an original score of 939. So it's still not perfect, but alright. So I wasn't lying. See? So again, yeah, like, subscribe, comment, and I'll see you guys soon. Cheers.